Governor Ron DeSantis is defending the state's actions after it was uncovered that 8,000 to 1 million COVID test kits that the state had on hand expired. The governor said it all came down to a lack of demand at the time before the current rush we're seeing now.
Having a stockpile was the right thing to do. I mean, if we had done the opposite, we would have run out and then had to order as people had done it. We just had a lack of demand that happened in September, October, November. Nobody was requesting them. They would have been used, I think, had we had Omicron then.
Critics say that if the governor had gotten those tests into people's hands earlier, we wouldn't see the lines that we are seeing now. The governor's surgeon general says, well, if people would follow the state's new guidelines about who needs a test and who doesn't, that would help ease the logjam, too. 10 Tampa Bay's Eric Lasser takes a closer look at the issue that is becoming increasingly political.
As people wait in long lines for COVID testing, Governor Ron DeSantis and his Surgeon General have revised state guidelines. No one, they say, will be denied a COVID test, but they question whether young or healthier people need them.
We don't think it's sensible that people who are unlikely to benefit, unlikely to have any change in their clinical outcome, to sort of be in line waiting to get tested.
Critics say those long lines are in part of the governor's own making. By banning vaccine mandates, they say employers have been forced to give workers the alternative of regular testing instead. DeSantis told cruise lines no vaccine passports. Now they require tests. In fact, lots of people standing in line today, some who felt just fine, told us they didn't want a COVID test, but were required to get one.
I'm trying to get this one so I can go back to work and actually make my money to pay my bills.
The whole holiday we tried to wear masks and don't get to any hotspot. And today we have to because we are required.
On Twitter, State Representative Carlos G. Smith asked Governor DeSantis to, quote, stop shaming folks for waiting in lines for COVID testing. Not everyone, he wrote, can just stay home for days on end without pay. They need a negative test to return to work. U.S. Representative Kathy Castor also blamed the governor's own policies.
While he's fought vaccines, he's also now made additional chaotic moves by making testing more difficult. That really is a hardship on working people.
To be clear, the city of Tampa and those operating other sites in our region say there is no supply shortage of the tests themselves. The lines, they say, are created by demand. Who's responsible for creating that is clearly an increasingly political question.
So under the Florida Health Department's new guidelines, people who might have been exposed to COVID-19 but aren't showing any symptoms are no longer recommended to get a COVID-19 test. And that conflicts with the CDC, which recommends people get tested if they've got symptoms, been in close contact with someone who has COVID-19, or if they are not fully vaccinated. The CDC also considers testing to be crucial since people without symptoms can still spread the virus.